Hello, Gemini. This is your June monthly love reading. I already have the cards laid out because, as I've explained, um, I've explained in other videos about how I shuffle for a really long time. So I took that out of the videos because I could be shuffling for 15 or 20 minutes, who knows? And I know you don't want to see that. So I've taken that out of my readings. This reading, when I say partner, it's for whoever you're thinking about when you came to this video. It doesn't have to be a committed relationship. It's just whoever's on your mind. And then I also want to clarify that these can't resonate with every single person. If it doesn't resonate, be sure to check out your moon and rising signs. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is your partner's energy, your energy, and the energy of the relationship. Oh, and these cards here don't have inherent meanings, so you won't hear me say what they mean during the reading. That's because they're interpreted through the spirit, and they don't have inherent meanings, which is the way I prefer to operate as an intuitive. They have destiny, the base chakra card, and the solar plexus chakra card. Now, what I'm gathering, I'm moving the cloth. Let me move this. Okay. What I gather is that your partner is in a place where they are feeling like they're just kind of letting destiny play out. They're letting things fall into place. They have kind of taken a hands-off approach of trying to make things be a certain way. They're kind of just more relaxed, just waiting to see what's going to happen and just letting the relationship play itself out. And what I'm also seeing is that in doing this, they're also coming to kind of see things your way. They're considering your perspective on the relationship and the things that you've been saying. They're considering that, and in some ways they're starting to see things your way. And that's just how destiny is playing out for them right now. I'm also seeing that they're feeling really secure within themselves. They've kind of, in a sense, isolated themselves, and they've kind of gone into themselves a little more. But I'm seeing that it's actually a good thing because they're finding their security there. They're not looking for it from you, which is a good thing because that puts a lot less pressure on you. And I'm seeing also that they're feeling like they're not sure if they can make things be the way that they ideally would want them to be. So this is just something that's on their mind, that they're thinking about. If it's going to be possible to kind of start over and take things in a new, a better direction. But they're feeling some doubt. But they're thinking about it. Now, what I'm seeing with you, here you have patience, choose wisely, and the heart chakra card. And what I'm seeing with you is that you're feeling more supported than you have been in the past, whether it's coming from them or just from you within yourself, being more supportive of yourself. You're feeling more supported, and that's causing you to have a little more patience about wondering where this relationship is going and what the future holds. Because I'm seeing that in the past you were really worried about what the future held and where things were going to go. But you just feeling more supported within yourself is allowing you to, or feeling more supported within the relationship, whatever the, source of the support is coming from, you're feeling it. So it's just allowing you to be more patient with, in a sense, seeing where things are going. So you two are kind of in the same space for the beginning of the month, with them just kind of letting things unfold and play out. And then you're kind of just being patient and seeing what happens. So you both are really in the same place for the beginning of the month. Now, I'm also seeing that, you're thinking about, you're also wanting some type of concrete decisions to be made within the relationship. And you do want the direction to kind of be a little more clear than it is about where you're headed and where you're going. You're letting go of some things from the past, and you're seeing the opportunity for maybe a new start, a new beginning. For some of you, that's just a total overhaul of the relationship, wanting something new. And you're feeling like this is an important decision and that you really need to know, where you want to go. But then at the end of the month, I'm seeing that your heart is opening more. You're beginning to feel your heart more than you have in the past. However things were going in the relationship, you kind of shut down your heart a little bit in order to protect it. And it's like now, as you look back over the past and you think about your future, you're starting to feel like you want to come from a more gentle and loving space. You don't want to come from fear. You want to be a little more open. So you're opening up a lot more. And as you're opening up a lot more, it's like it kind of, that's what helps them with the doubt that they're having about if things can truly change. Your heart being more open and you coming from a more heartfelt space really helps this relationship if you really want a new beginning, because that's where the doubt for them comes in at. They sense some of the ways that you're closed down and they're not feeling your heart. And it's actually your heart that they connect to. They connect to that when you let go of all of your fears and coming from a place of trying to protect yourself or not seem a certain way. When you're just raw and pure from your heart, that helps to alleviate the doubts that they're having, because they're having some doubts about what's possible for you two. Now, what I'm seeing for the relationship crowning you is new beginnings. Oh, let me turn the deck over to show the overall energy. Disruption. Now, see, and that makes sense because the overall energy is disruption, where both of you are coming into a new space. They're relaxing and kind of letting destiny play out. So it's kind of making them start to see things your way, which is a disruption for them, because they kind of had their minds made up and they were kind of steadfast in the direction that they're going in, which wasn't necessarily in the direction that you're going in. So for them, this is a big disruption and a crumbling of things, because something new is being born that's a little more sharing your perspective. But then what I'm seeing for you is the disruption for you happens more toward the end of the month as your heart is opening, because that's more new for you to be coming from such a raw, open, vulnerable space. But it's that open heart and vulnerability that's helping them to overcome their doubts. But for you, this is a disruption. So the overall theme being disruption makes perfect sense because both of you have your own disruption of your normal patterns of thinking, behaving, and just being. And that is what's giving birth to the new beginning. Now, there's a new beginning that's happening with you where with all of this, it brings a new way of relating to each other. You know, a new way of dealing with each other, a new way of being within the relationship. Now, I'm seeing that they're contributing emotional withdrawal to the relationship, and you're contributing throat chakra. Now, what I'm gathering from this is that they're going within themselves as they're sorting out, as they're gaining their own security and they're feeling their doubts. So when you see them kind of seeming withdrawn from you within the relationship, it's not necessarily about you. You know, they're kind of learning and walking out, having their own security within themselves and not requiring so much from you within the relationship, which is a very healthy thing, and it's actually going to be beneficial to you because it's a lot less pressure on you to make them happy and to do things, you know, in a way that's pleasing to them. They're kind of stopping that pull from you. So they're going within themselves as they work through that. And at the same time, they're dealing with the doubts that they're having because they're thinking about this new perspective that's kind of coming over them. And it does cause them to kind of weigh things out and think. So that's all that's happening when they're kind of withdrawing from you. I wouldn't take it too personal. And then you're contributing throat chakra, which tells me that you're being more vocal. And what I'm gathering from this is that you're being more vocal from your heart space, which is contributing to the new beginning. So you're contributing to the new beginning by being open and vulnerable and speaking from your heart space, taking the walls down. And they're contributing to a new beginning within the relationship by going within themselves and not wanting their security and their happiness from you. Because the more that they have that, the more they can just be with you without needing something from you. So that's overall, you know, a really, really good thing. So there's definitely, you know, a new way of being within this relationship that's coming about for the both of you, and I'm seeing it as a good thing. It's kind of like it was time for this relationship to change. It was time for things to get off of this stuck pattern. The way that this relationship was going, you know, it was time for a new thing. It was time to evolve, for both of you to evolve within the relationship. And for you, that's really being vulnerable. So that's going to be a disruption for you. It's going to be, you know, you're going to feel, it's not going to feel as comfortable, but it's great. It's a beautiful thing for you to do. It really helps you to get where you want to be in your love life. So speak from your heart. You know, don't try to hide anything. Don't worry about their response. Don't worry what they're going to think of it. The main thing you need to be worried about is if it's true, if it's from your heart. That's the only concern you should have when it comes to, you know, speaking from your heart. You don't want to worry about what they're going to think. And that's what's going to help you. That's how you contribute to bringing, if you want to bring about a new beginning in this relationship, that's how you contribute to that new beginning. Because you'll help ease their doubts. And they are, you know, you may be afraid of how they're going to react to it, but your heart is really attractive to them. So it'll be a good thing to expose your heart more and be more vulnerable. Now I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. As a last word of advice. And then we get the chemistry card, which makes sense. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So what I'm gathering from this is that this disruption that you both experience will help. That's how you're going to bring the chemistry back. Because I'm getting that you were feeling really distant from each other, and there was a separating energy, and then it's like, in order to bring the connection back, this needs to happen. This disruption, you being more vulnerable, speaking from your heart, and them being more secure within themselves, and being able to relax and kind of let things play out. That's what's going to help bring the chemistry back in this relationship. So Gemini, that's your reading for the month of June. I really hope that it was beneficial to you. If it was, can you please right now give me a thumbs up on the video? It would be great for you to subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. You get notified when I post new videos. Also, for those of you that did not feel like it resonated, I'm really sorry. I wish that these could resonate with everyone, but there's so many people and so many energies. I just take the biggest energies and I read those. Check out your moon and rising signs, as I'm sure they'll resonate. If any of you would like a personal reading with me, the link for that will be in the description box. I would love to do a personal reading for you. I can read on anything. I even do the root causes of medical issues. I do decision readings, what happens, with each decision, so that you know what's the best decision for you to make. I can tell you how things will play out either way. So I can truly read on anything. So if you need a personal reading, don't be afraid to click on the link and book one with me. I'd love to have you. But I really hope that this was beneficial to you. Thank you so much for your views and your subscriptions. And you guys have a fabulous June. And I will see you in July. Bye, Gemini.